Hey, everybody! I am going to start Financial Freedom Fridays, and this is episode 1. So, let me know if I sound okay. If anybody watches this, I've got my fancy microphone. Should be sounding all right. Let me explain to you what I do here. So, every night I look at the charts and I invest in a certain way. Okay. I'm going to show you tonight how I do that. All right. So, just a little bit of background. How did I get into this? I started investing in crypto the day Donald Trump was elected. I think Bitcoin was $700. And I looked around at it for a while. I think the first place I ever really heard about it, I'd see it a little bit here in the news, but I was out one night in grad school at the most famous bar in Columbia, Missouri, and there was some super drunk guy ranting about the Silk Road and how you needed Bitcoin to buy it. So I was like, well, I'm never actually going to use that website because that's an immediate way to get the FBI to come to your house. But I do find this technology fascinating. Like, what is this? But it still had, it felt shady. It felt like you didn't want to buy it with your credit card or something. And looking back, I realized that that's how capitalism works. The people that make the most money in capitalism are the most willing to not be afraid at the time the technology is new. That just seems, looking back, that seems self-evident. So we're almost 10 years on from that night, and it's still there. The SEC is threatening to sue Coinbase, Binance, these major crypto exchanges. Ripple won a huge case yesterday. A judge ruled that Ripple XRP is not a security. So that was huge for the crypto community. That's why the charts took off yesterday. But yeah, I mean, you can't be where we're at right now, financial technology wise, reminds me a lot of where I think people were at the turn of the 20th century with electricity. Like they had their kerosene lamps, Edison was electrocuting elephants with alternating current or whatever it was, trying to scare people away from AC current. And that's just like today with Jim Cramer on on Mad Money, telling people not to go after crypto at all. I give a shout out to my man Paul Barron. He has an incredible YouTube channel. I just discovered this pretty recently. If you haven't kept up with Paul, he should be one of your subs if you're new to this, or you're just getting into this because you saw me talk commie politics on the internet. There's not many crypto bros that are into leftist politics like myself. There is the socialist blockchain guy. He's pretty cool. But let's just play this clip from Paul here. It's fantastic. Uh, mad props to you, Paul, for finding this clip of Kramer. This is just great. All right, here we go. Let me show you Jim Cramer here.
Kramer and his lovely predictions.
Put up XRP and Solana and Dogecoin. Those are all, I believe, cons.
Why do you think it's been so resilient here in the high 16s?
Well, I'll tell you what Stark says, because it's phony and a scam. Because unlike the banks, these crypto assets all seem to be scams, and I want you out of them. Many of you traffic in them every day. You should. You're wrong. I mean, go look at those joke coins that are being traded right now. You know, we're talking about Solano, talking about MATIC,
Cardonzo.
whether it be Ethereum, whether it be Solana, anything crypto, I think. Sell. Sell me here. I can't stop. Bitcoin went up today. I will say point blank, I think it's being manipulated up. It was being manipulated the whole time by Sam Bankman-Fried. And I would sell my Bitcoin right into this rally. And believe me, I had been a believer one time in Bitcoin, not here, not now. And I think that everybody who owns these various coins, Solana, Litecoin, I do think you're an idiot. Okay? I did not go to college to get stupid. These people who own these things should not own them. They shouldn't own them.
Well, you know, Kramer has had that position and also an opposite position, so he flip-flops a lot.
So I'm a teacher that did go to college, and I have so much student debt that it became very clear to me around 2016 that the only way I was ever going to get out of student debt was to learn how to trade the market of some sort. And I think I bought a gold mine, $300 in a gold mine in Alaska. That didn't go very well. And actually, the first crypto that I ever really did good with, I was working in a rehab, and my friend was kind of like researching them, and he's like, I think we should buy this Ripple one. And Ripple was a fraction of a cent at the time. I think multiple fractions of a cent. So me and him bought $100 worth. And 3 weeks later, we each cashed it out for $1,500. And I think I had a BitPay card because I cashed it out, and it was either $1,500 or $3,000 or something. We cashed it out. I put the money on my table because I didn't believe it. I couldn't believe I had just actually done this, and I just looked at it. And since then, I've been absolutely hooked. Now, the thing with investing, though, is that you can learn how to do it. But it really comes down to do you watch the market every day? It's a daily thing. It becomes a discipline. Okay? My kids want to get some screen time. It becomes a discipline. You got to watch it every day. So, I jumped around for a while. Really got into crypto through the Bitcoin Cash split, and that happened in 2017. If anyone was actually there and using crypto at the time, Bitcoin started to suck. It sucked to use it. I remember there was one day where you would send Bitcoin and it would cost like $40 to send Bitcoin to someone because the network was so congested. When you start learning about crypto, you'll learn that blockchains, each block, at least in Bitcoin, is a certain size. So in Bitcoin, they're 1 megabyte. And there became this argument about how big they wanted the blocks to be. There's actually a website called Transaction Street, and this will help me explain it. We'll just pull that up. I'll share. I love how I can just share this tab instead. There we go. Share that tab instead. All right, so this is Transaction Street. We'll hit launch, and then on this side of the street, we'll pick Bitcoin, and on this side of the street, Bitcoin Cash. Now, here was the argument, okay? Bitcoin wanted to keep the blocks really small, and their argument at the time was if we make the blocks too big, then pretty much they said poor people in Africa won't be able to mine Bitcoin, was their argument. Well, some people have done analysis, and it's like 1/3 of all Bitcoin that's owned is owned by about 10,000 people. So, of course, those people are going to have the money to invest in mining. It was a goofy argument, but that's how they sold it to people. So this is a 1 megabyte block, and then they had this compromise where they did this little trailer thing on it called SegWit. No one really knows what this is. There's a whole bunch you can read on there. Supposedly it was going to enable the Lightning Network, or I don't know, something. It's funny to me because the like 60, 70-year-old men that are just getting into crypto have heard from someone like I don't know, I can't remember his name, Matt Kaiser or whatever, saying the only real Bitcoin is the 1 megabyte Bitcoin, and then everything else is a scam, and they believe that because that's the one they own already. Well, Bitcoin Cash said, all right, why don't we just make the blocks 32 times as big, and that way everybody can get on the next block and there's no line. And you can see it worked incredibly well. Here's Bitcoin Cash's line. There is no line. Bitcoin's line goes on forever. So what is the purpose of this cryptocurrency? Like, these people's argument over here is the point of a cryptocurrency is to make price go up. Over here, the purpose of a cryptocurrency is to move money around, to pay people for things, cash. Okay? There was another split after that, which that's a video for another time I'll make, where Bitcoin Cash split with into eCash, and eCash instituted Avalanche on its chain, which Avalanche is my favorite crypto, and I'll explain why here in a minute. But let's switch from Bitcoin Cash over here to Ethereum. So the main reason Ethereum was invented was because Bitcoin refused to allow tokenization. They've just now had tokens on here. They call them ordinals or something. I don't understand where they're coming from, but they don't work nearly as good as Ethereum. And so Vitalik Buterin created Ethereum in 2015. I remember because the same time I bought Bitcoin for like $700, you could buy Ethereum for $9. So Ethereum hit $2,000 yesterday. So I think that's like I'm an English teacher, not a math teacher, but that's like 100x increase, something like that, maybe 200x in 7 years. Anyway, what Vitalik wanted to do with Ethereum, and I remember at the time watching YouTube videos trying to understand what they were talking about, but they would talk about Ethereum is going to be like this global computer, and you're going to be able to do all these things on Ethereum, not just send money around like over here. So Ethereum has all these things running on top of it. Like this is Uniswap, and Uniswap will allow you to switch any other crypto that's tokenized on Ethereum for any other crypto. So there's things called bridges where you can tokenize different things and send them with a little bit of Ethereum. The best way I think to explain that is like an email. Like if you know someone's Ethereum address, you can send them a token that costs a little bit of Ethereum to their Ethereum address. But these tokens can be very useful things like US dollars. So I could send someone $1,000 US dollars tokenized on the Ethereum network. So they get $1,000 of locked in US dollar value in their Ethereum wallet. And then you could technically tokenize everything else. You could tokenize stocks. Like, let's switch over here to infinite market cap. Okay. So these are the biggest market cap things in the world. You can tokenize gold. You could have and there are like Pax Gold. You could have a token of gold on the Ethereum network, and each token is worth $1,959. and you could set it up to where the market cap, there were about as many gold tokens as there are market cap. And then you could set it up to where I'm not sharing that crap. Here we go. So yeah, you could have each token be about the price of an ounce of gold. And then you could set it up to, inflate the market cap at about the size that gold is found. And you could have all these. You could have Apple stock on the blockchain and just share it on the blockchain. You don't have to worry about Robinhood, in a conspiracy with, what was that hedge fund that was short GameStop, and they were able to step in and stop Robinhood. You can't do that because it's all being tokenized on the blockchain, like this one over here. Okay. So each one of these little buses can have tokens in it, like gold tokens, Ethereum tokens, US dollar tokens, even Bitcoin, tokens of Bitcoin, and you can send them from place to place. Okay. But Ethereum, they're having to do second layers on top of Ethereum because Ethereum's got so popular and it's kind of pricey. I mean, if you want to do a lot of trading, that's almost $1 to get in the next bus. Yeah, I'm on the right screen. It's almost $1. And you can tell that the blocks go, let's see how long it takes. About every, what is it, 10 seconds? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's about 15 seconds. There are second layer solutions, but this is the base layer of Ethereum. Each person sending stuff. Okay. And you've got all these different apps that are using tokens and smart contracts running on top of Ethereum like that. Okay. So my personal favorite, and it's not on the transaction street because it only has a certain number of them on here. Like Arbitrum's an interesting one. It's like showing it's probably not gonna work. I'll give it like 5 seconds. 3, 4, 5. No, I'm done. I was gonna show you. I'll show you Monero maybe. Yeah, Monero's idea is like the blockchain is opaque. You can't see where it is. But Amari Sachet of eCash fame, XEC, he says that it's kind of hard to audit this because you can't really tell. And if there's a bug in Monero, like an infinite money bug, since the blockchain's completely transparent, you can't tell that someone's using an infinite money bug. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's a privacy chain. You can't see who's there. I really wanted to see Arbitrum at work, but anyway, it's a second layer solution. That's why it's not that interesting to me. Whereas Avalanche, there's no transaction street, but what Avalanche has done is it's using the exact same Ethereum virtual machine as Ethereum, but they've cut the blocks down to 3 seconds max. So you can see each block is about 2 to 3 seconds between each block. And people are sending transactions in each block. So there's Stargate Finance. Someone sent USD Coin. Someone's taken a position on GMX. There's the O token. So you're able to send things around through the blockchain that's faster than sometimes your credit card works. And people are spending a little bit of Avalanche to send those tokens around. You can see, view detailed chart of the transactions on Avalanche. It goes up with the price right there. Fell when the price fell. But the average block time you can see is 2 seconds. Total transactions, it got up to 1 million in a day. Still super early on this because you go back to January 21, there were like 1,000 transactions. But as far as cryptos go, this is probably my favorite right now. eCash is bringing over Avalanche down the line, but man, Avalabs has one hell of a head start on a real world use of it. If you need to send crypto somewhere, like sometimes, let's say I have $1,000 in Avalanche in a wallet and I need to pay a $500 electric bill. So you can send $500 worth of Avalanche to, let's say, Coinbase. Okay. You can sell it into US dollar tokens and then send those USDC to your BitPay card, which is what you sell off the US dollar coins onto a debit card that you can take into the bank and say, hey, can I do a cash advance? So there's no way in BitPay right now. I think there is in Coinbase, but you know, not to knock Coinbase. I've signed up for y'all's debit card over and over and it never shows up. So BitPay tried and true, but they don't offer Avalanche yet. So you got to go through some other crypto. The cheapest way is Bitcoin Cash. But as you can see from before, let's switch. Share this tab instead. Put it back up there. So once I get my Bitcoin Cash and I sell it off, I have to wait for it to get to BitPay's wallet for me to get my money. So I just sat there waiting for like 10 minutes. And sometimes it takes far longer for a block to be found. Sometimes it can take, I've seen it take up to an hour. I swear I've seen this. So you're sitting outside the bank for an hour waiting for your money to show up, like for the bus to take off. That is not cool. And then Ethereum has been known to get crazily congested, and you'll get like this dust in your wallet. Like you'll have to, it wants you to send far more than you actually need. Sometimes the fees on this, I've seen them be $20. So $20 just to send money to yourself. On Avalanche, I've never seen that. It's quick. It's there within like 30 seconds. And it's just an experience that you can see them coming in right there, block by block. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 3 seconds. It's a smooth experience. It's very nice. That's the one my money's on. Okay. But crypto doesn't go straight up. You can dollar cost average in. That's what most people recommend if you don't want to learn about trading at all, right? But it became very clear to me early on that if you could learn to trade even halfway decently, you could long it on the way up, sell near the top, wait till it comes back down, or even better, learn how to short on the way down, make money as it falls, buy back at the bottom, and just do it again. And then if you look back over the chart, it does that every 4 years. So let's look at some charts. Share this tab instead. Here's the Avalanche chart I pulled up to make the thumbnail. Okay. Let me show you what I mean by looking at Bitcoin. So let's look at Bitcoin on the monthly chart. And I'm going to take my indicators off. Let's make sure I got this up here. There we go. Okay. So there's the monthly chart of Bitcoin. This one only goes back to 2020. Let's see if we can find one that goes back further than that. How about Coinbase? How far does that one go back? Yeah, it goes back pretty far. Okay. So let's go back. This is when I first got into it. Trump. Bitcoin was $700. See, I didn't lie to you. That's how much it was. All right. So it goes from 700 to 20,000 within a year. It went up 900%. More than that, actually. 2,400%. Right? So if you could know when it was going back down, you know, like, and then it's funny when you trade crypto because you look at the chart like this. Like this is each month. And you're like, oh man, that went way up there. That's never going to happen again. And then you keep going, and it eventually makes the chart look like a tiny chart. Okay. So, I read various books on this. The most valuable book I would recommend is Stock Market Wizards. If there's one book to start off with, it is Stock Market Wizards by Jack Swagger. This is the classic cover that people look at right there. The interview with Ed Seykota. Ed Seykota had the biggest influence on me as a trader. Oh, I didn't show that. Here you go. There's the book. His interview with Ed Seykota had the biggest influence on me as a trader. You can get on Ed's website and you can buy. Here, I'm going to go get it and show it to you. Hang on. All right. Here it is. The Essentials. My 3-year-old wrote all over it. But this is the card Ed'll send you. I think you send him $1 and he sends you this card and $1 back. There's 6 rules. Ride your winners. Cut your losers quickly. Manage your risk. Don't bet the farm. Use stops when you enter a position. Enter your stop loss point at which you'll get out. Stick to the system. That means don't change horses midstream on your trading system. Don't jump to something new just because it looks fresh. And file the news means never watch the news. That's Ed's Trading Tribe, tradingtribe.com. So what does each one of these mean? Well, I could do an entire episode on each one of these. And maybe I will. But today, I'm just going to show you what I do at night. Okay? And why. So I read probably 10, 20 stock trading books. I got obsessed in 2017. I was working the late shift. I went to college to get a master's degree in journalism. I love to read. I love to learn. And I just felt stuck. Like financially, absolutely stuck. Okay? So I knew I was like really into socialist politics. And it clicked in my head. There's a great quote from Ingalls about how he made $5 million trading the stock market. I'll find that one day and share that with you on another Financial Freedom Friday. This is just the rough first draft. But I realized that the people that make money in this economy don't work for a living. They trade the stock market for a living. They trade capital for a living. As Ingalls said, The stock market is merely a game that rearranges the surplus that's been stolen from the working class already, from their labor. That's the argument. Okay. So you can get bitter or you can get even and learn how to trade, get a little slice of that, try to make the world better in the process. So that's what I've decided to do. So, of all the systems I learned of what to do, there was another book I read called Trend Following. I think that Michael Covell was a student of Ed Seykota. Let's see if I can pull that up. How to make millions in up or down markets. Trend following. So the theory of trend following is pretty much you're not going to buy the absolute top and you're not going to buy the absolute bottom. You're going to follow the herd and get that 80% sweet spot in the middle. That's the idea of trend following as a trading philosophy. And it clicked with me because at the time I was reading a lot of spiritual works as well. The Tao Te Ching, Yin and Yang, for everything there is a season. If you can learn to go with the flow of the market instead of trying to beat the market or predict the market, that just made sense to me. Instead of swimming upstream against the river forever, just chill and go down the river, you know? If Bitcoin's going straight up, get on the boat, float to the top. Once it starts going down a little bit, turn around, go the other way. Who cares? And I realized traders don't care which way it goes, right? Like there's that BlackRock video of that guy talking about in the Ukraine. What's going on over there? They're glad because wheat's going up, oil's going up, and then it goes down, and then it goes up, and it goes down, and they don't care. Okay? And I had this like moral quandary for a while. Like, is it wrong to make money trading this? And I realized it's going to go up or down whether I'm on the train or not, whether I'm riding the wave or not. I can just be splashed around by it, or I can try to make my life, my family's life, use the money to make society a little better, to fight it from the inside. But if you don't learn how to get on the boat, you're just going to drown. And that's what they want you to do. So here we go. I'm halfway through the stream. I told myself I'd do an hour. So let's pull up how I find what's going on. Okay. Oh, I didn't say there was one more thing I wanted to say before we look at the charts real quick. Okay. So of all the systems that I looked at and learned about, the Ichimoku cloud made the most sense to me. That'll work. I'll do it in depth on this later, but pretty much the Ichimoku cloud, it has a few different parts. So it looks confusing, but once you learn it, it's super easy. It's got a 9-day average line. It's got a 26-day average line of the price. All right. Put it up there. A 9-day average. A 26-period average. A 52-period average. And a lagging line. That's mainly what I think about. So there's the math about it. If you want to really get into it. It kind of confused me at first because it didn't call them. I just called them like 9-day line, 26-day line, 52-day line, top, bottom, 26-day lagging line. They'll use these Japanese words that really confuse me. It helps me understand which line is which by just saying which one they are, the number. Okay. So there's not really any good examples. So I'll just pull up a chart and show you. All right. Let's look at Bitcoin for, I always trade the daily chart. Why do I trade the daily chart? Now, the daily chart means that each one of these candles is 1 day. And I learned this from that Ed Seykota interview in the Market Wizards book. Why does Ed Seykota trade the daily chart? Because the daily chart gives much more accurate signals because it's slower. And he said, if you just look at the chart, like if you zoom in, like this is Bitcoin on the 1 minute chart, you can see it moving right there. It's just too much noise. It's you're like looking at your hand like this. It's hard to tell what's happening like this. Like the 1 day chart, you can look at it like that. The 1 week chart, you're even more. Crypto moves so fast that that's almost like too far, but I find 1 day to be about right. Okay. So let's look at Bitcoin. All right. Now, I told you that Ichimoku is my favorite indicator. So this is a website called TradingView. Okay. So this is what it looks like. To add something you want to look at, once you're in here, hit the plus button. You can look at whatever you want. And this was hard for me to understand at first when I was first learning to trade. Like, what is a pair? So normally when you think of something going up in value, it's up in value against the US dollar. Okay. So US dollar. So you'll type in what you want to see. And then the second one is what it's traded against. Okay. So this is Binance. Binance is the biggest crypto exchange. You want to use the biggest versions of things. You can't trade on Binance in the US because we're the land of the free, home of the brave. That's ironic. But you can on Coinbase. Here's Coinbase. Okay. The chart looks the same. There's like $100 difference between them. Trying to buy low here and sell over here is called arbitrage. That's what that name means. Okay. But let's just look at Binance. I usually look at Binance even if I'm trading on Coinbase because Binance is bigger and it'll pull the whole market with it. Okay. So let's go back to the daily chart. All right. And you click on indicators and Ichimoku Cloud is right there. Now I already have it on my chart. That's why it's not letting me do it. And this little eyeball will turn it on or off. So that turns it on. Okay. There you go. 37 minutes. That turns it on. So what can we see here? I've got night mode on. Yours, when you get on here, will probably look more like this. Day mode. That hurts my eyes, especially because I look at these charts all the time. And at night, that is like blaringly, glowingly white. So I've gotten used to dark mode. All right. But so when you look at a chart, what I like about the Ichimoku system is I think it's Japanese for one look. Some brilliant Japanese journalists figured this out in the 1930s. Pretty much there's like 3 things you want to look for before you enter in a trade. Number 1, is the price right here above the cloud? Yes. Okay. That's number 1. The number 2 thing you look for is the 9-day average above the 26-day average. It is here, right here when it broke out. If you look, it's kind of hard to see because the number's moving around, but over here in the top left is 27840.79, 27840.79. So they were equal. Okay, and you got to make a decision. Will you play aggressively and enter when they're equal, or will you wait until one goes above the other one? If the market's really going to take off, usually it will be above the other one within a candle or two. Okay, so you can wait. But sometimes, like, let me pull up the collapse of, what was it? FTX. Let's pull that up. Oh, let's go back to the collapse of FTX. This is on the daily chart. The Ichimoku, if you follow the Ichimoku, it actually told you to go short right here at $22. But you would have had to play aggressively because you can see 23.97, 23.97. But you had a clear breakdown below the cloud, and the trailing line, the current price 26 days ago, was below. You see that? So if you'd went short right there, you would have made 75% return on your money. And then you would have stayed short because you stay short, you're a trend follower. And the trend is short until it looks like right here. So you would have made $22. You would have made 90% return. Okay. This is why traders don't care if it goes up or down. Like, there's a ton of people who made a ton of money on the collapse of FTX. Okay. I don't know. I mean, you can see that as highly immoral, I guess. But I don't think anyone in this space is like, you're not investing little old grandma's farm savings. Everybody in this space is trying to make money. Okay. You think Sam Bankman-Fried has the world figured out? God help you. But so you think everybody lost money? They didn't. People that were short doubled their money. At least if they were using 2x leverage, they quadrupled their money. Right? I don't recommend leverage. It's a great way to go broke quickly, but we can cover that in another video down the stream too. Okay? So let's go to what I do. So I'm trying to teach you with Bitcoin here. Okay? Let's find a real clear example. So according to Bitcoin, or we'll go on Avalanche. These were fun times back here. 22. We'll go back to when it takes 52 days for a Ichimoku cloud to even paint. But this was it. This was Avalanche on Binance in 2020. The price was $3. Okay. So let's go through it. Like, I was checking this every night. Check, check, check. Okay, we finally got a cloud painted. That purple line wasn't there yet because it's showing you in the future. But it was just looking like this. And then it popped right there at $4.25. This is above. Price is above cloud. I bought a little bit here. Not nearly as much as I wish I had, but I did. Okay. And then lo and behold, the cloud worked phenomenally well. It was exciting times. Okay. If I'd cashed out up here, it would have been much more exciting times. I went ahead and followed the system. Why did I follow the system? Because if you don't, you're just flying blind. So right there is where I cashed out. 32. Not bad. Went from $3 to it's a 650% return in 48 days. Okay. But that's what you look for. You look for the price to go up above the cloud, the 9-day above the 26-day. Okay. Let me see. I know I have a MACD turned on here, and I'll exit that out and show you what. I just want you to see what this looks like when you get on TradingView. Okay. There you go. This is the run-of-the-mill cloud. It looks like that. It's usually a green line, blue line above this brown line. Price goes up here. Green line's above the cloud. I've just changed the colors to the way I like to look at it. But that's what it looks like. Okay. And then short, to go short, it also told you to go short at a great spot. right here. You got 9-day below 26-day. Price goes below cloud. And the 26-day trailing line is below cloud. So you went short right there. And you didn't cash out until right here. So it was something like on the way down, 75% return on the way down. Okay. So that's how you short. So right now, if we go to today, it's just starting to try to break out. A lot of people hopped on this candle yesterday. Okay. Usually the way I do it is I'll put half on when it pops out of the cloud and then put the other half on once this goes all the way through. This one I'm waiting for both to line up just because that's how I want to do it. But let's put my other one back on in the color I like. It's the exact same thing. I've just changed the colors. You can change the colors by hitting the little gear here and then change them to colors you like that make sense to you. And you can also change how wide the line is, which is nice. You can see it a little easier. But yeah, so textbook on Ichimoku, we would wait for this to pop out like that. And then you wait for purple line to come through here. So unless price goes way up here, 21% up more, for it to get above the cloud, it won't do that for 18 days, 17 days right there. Okay. So each one of these candles closes where I live right now. They close at 7 p.m. So each night I check and see what kind of candle was painted for that day. All right. Sometimes I'll cheat and look when I'm at work throughout the day, but you shouldn't. It just gives you itchy trigger fingers. You should just check it once at night. Ed Dakota said, if I had a stock chart on my desk all day, it's like having a slot machine on my desk all day. I'll just keep feeding it quarters all day till I go broke. All right. So that's how that works. Now, you can learn different chart patterns to trade, things like that. Let me see. I've got different charts here that this is the big picture. Like I've got the S&P, the NASDAQ, some dividend stocks, some different ones I look at. I've got a Chinese crypto watch list for the American fall, AI cryptos, gaming cryptos. You can make different lists of things you watch, and you can hit this little flag if you want it to go on your red list. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. This is XEC. It's the other one I really like. Now they're implementing Avalanche, but still holding on to the block nature of Bitcoin. So Amari, the developer, he said in a chat that the Bitcoin blocks are like getting something notarized, and the Avalanche consensus will be like paying someone with cash in a way that other people can see. So that's the Avalanche chart right there. It did really good a few days ago. It's painting this huge descending triangle right now. Hoping for a pop right there. We'll see how it goes. It is still in Ichimoku. Now, sometimes this is a good example of how Ichimoku can still break your heart. You can get a huge breakthrough like that. Okay. Everything on Ichimoku says buy right there. Okay. But you like it mostly when it kind of just barely peeks out of the cloud. Because then if it goes back in, you can sell back out. This one peaked way above. And if you followed Ichimoku exactly, you're still down 25%. Which, as Ivan on Tech said today, if you're down 50% in crypto, congratulations on making good money. Okay. You're losing money with friends. 25% in crypto is really nothing. Because on the gain side, like I was showing you before, you can make 2,400% on the way up. All right. So as long as you're following your rules, for me at least, I'm following the Ichimoku rule. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. So Avalanche, I'm waiting for this to come back through. And but here's the big thing. Like, how do you know? Because those are both pretty big market caps. Like on Infinite Market Cap, I honestly think that Avalanche is much more useful than a lot of the companies up here at the top. Definitely more useful than Visa from a technological standpoint. You can't tokenize assets on Visa. You can't do anything with it other than pay for stuff. You can pay for Avalanche is faster than Visa. Right there. Visa is the 14th biggest company. Where's Avalanche on this chart? Let's look. $2,724, $5 billion market cap versus a $509 billion market cap. So what's the math on that? 509 divided by 5, 100x return. So if you bought $10,000 worth of Avalanche, 10,000. If Avalanche does replace Visa, you're looking at $1 million. So for my poor people out there struggling, that's why I'm making this video. Because you're living through .com era number 2. Okay? A lot of these are going to be pets.com, but some of them are going to be Amazon. Okay? When you look at cryptos. Some of these are going to be pets.com. Like, there's no reason Shiba Inu is almost the same market cap as Avalanche. That's insanity. In my humble experience, and the Avalanche crew never talks crap on the Ethereum crew. I love the Ethereum crew. Avalanche works at least as good or better than Ethereum. It's $5 billion versus a $232 billion. Now, granted, Ethereum paved the way for what Avalanche is doing. Avalanche just came up with a faster consensus algorithm and then copied the tech from Ethereum. But it does have a fundamentally better consensus algorithm that makes those transactions this fast. Okay, got to refresh this page. There you go. Now they're coming in. Okay, so how do you find new ones? How do you find the little hot ones popping off? Because this was hard for me to understand. You want to pick one and just stick with it. Otherwise, you're jumping all over the place. But there's going to be new cryptos that do novel things that haven't even existed yet. How do you know what they are? And how can you throw $100 at each one so you can turn those $100 into $10,000? How can you do that? Well, here's how I do it. Okay. Let's go back to this, share this tab instead. Now, your investment options in America are limited. Okay. Because our government doesn't like crypto, because our government is the government of Wall Street. Okay. But I don't think they're going to stop on crypto. You have divisions in the ruling class because they need something to give people hope to make money. And they want to make money off of it too. So they almost need crypto as bad as poor people do. All right. Let's make sure. There we go. Okay. So this took me forever to learn what this is. This is a screener down here. I think my video is right over it, so I'm going to put this on. Down here is a screener, and you hit this little arrow. You can pick stock screener to screen for stocks, Forex to screen for currencies, or crypto to screen for crypto pairs. So crypto is what I want to screen for, okay? And then when you hit filters, so I'm going to take all these off just to show you exactly what I do. So let's take that off. Let's take that off. Okay. Now, I trade the Ichimoku. So I'm going to see the conversion line is above the baseline. So that's the 9-day average is above the 26-day average. That's what I want to see. Okay. Only show me those cryptos where the 9-day average is above the 26-day average. I used to do it where price was above the bottom cloud, but then I realized it wasn't calculating the way I wanted it to. So I turned that one off. It's a little extra work, but I get to see what I want to see. Okay. Conversion line above the baseline. That's what I want. And then the exchange, just to keep this simple, I usually look at all the exchanges I have access to in America, which is Binance US, Kraken, Coinbase, and another one, Gemini. But just to keep this simple, we'll do the most popular one in America, which is Coinbase. So we only want to see cryptos from Coinbase with the 9-day average above the 26-day average. Okay. So then it shows us all these. These are all those. Now I'm going to refresh this because it doesn't look right. Let's go back to, where's my screener at? Come on. There we go. It helped a little bit. All right. So we're back here. Those are all the ones I'm looking for. And then since it's showing me different pairs, like that's 1 inch versus BTC, I only want to see them versus US dollar. So I type in US dollar like that. And it's showing you all of them. Now, I need longer to explain this in another video, but I like to rank them by average directional index, ADX. ADX is a measure. Let me show you on the chart here real quick. I'll pick Avalanche again, make this small. ADX is this red line. If ADX is above 25, pick a horizontal line there. Yeah, I made one right there. I just need to change it to something you can see. Settings. Let's make it bright pink. It's close enough to 25. I'll make it right on 25. Coordinates 25. There you go. Right on 25. If the red line is above 25, you are in an uptrend. This is the DMI indicator created by Wells Wilder. I'll tell you about that some other time too. But the ADX goes above 25. This is the negative is above the positive line. So you short it once it's above 25. It told you to go short right there. But ADX is a way to go through a bunch of different stocks, cryptos, or whatever, and you can tell which ones are moving. Okay. So really the ones above 25 here are the ones that are going to move the most, either up or down. Okay. But it's been a big few days in crypto. So there's a lot of cryptos that meet our criteria right now, which is good because you don't know which ones will really take off. And what I like about this technical analysis, a lot of what I told you about why I think Avalanche will do so well, that's fundamental analysis. That's like this technology works this way and it's going to change the world in this way. And this team is building it, which are really talented. That's all fundamental analysis. Technical analysis is you just look at the chart or the ADX indicator or the Ichimoku cloud, and then you don't even have to know. You wouldn't have to tell me if it's corn or soybeans or Tesla. None of that matters. I can just look at the chart and I can tell probability wise if it's going to go up or down. That's technical analysis. So it cuts a lot of the BS out of it for you. If you want to be like Warren Buffett and read, what is it? income reports or whatever all day, that more power to you. He's a rich man. So, but that's not the way my brain works. So let's go back to this. And I'm at 1 hour, so I'm going to wrap it up. So you go through each one. All right. I like to type in US dollars because I only want to see ones in US dollars. All right. And then we kind of put this like where I can just see the Ichimoku, and then I can go through these 564 matches. All right. So let's just see. That's the idea, is you get on here and you do this every night at 7 o'clock when the candle changes. All right. My present plan is you throw $100 in, any of them that are peeking out of the cloud on the upside, because this was a huge thing for me. If you don't use large margin on the short side, the best you can make going short is to double your money. But on the long side, say you buy Bitcoin at a penny, say you buy $10,000 worth of Bitcoin at $1, okay, and Bitcoin goes up to $100, you now have 10,000 times 100, which you are a millionaire. So you can go up 100x on the, I can't even do the percentage on what that would be. 10,000%? I don't know. Something like that. You can make a lot more going up than you can going down without leverage, which is safer and easier to do, especially in crypto because there's so many things like popping. All right. So let's go through this. I'm at 1 hour and 1 minute. Now let's see how long it takes to go through these. Why I like Ichimoku is I can just look at the chart real quick and tell if I should be in it or not. It's one look. Is it above the cloud? Is it above the cloud? No. I can just key down through, and then I can write on a piece of paper which ones I should buy. Okay. So let's look. Let's go through them. Am I on the right spot? Yes, I am. Okay, here we go. Let's get it. I'm on the daily. Yep. All right. First one. No. It's coming through the cloud, but the trailing line is not above the cloud. So no. I don't know what that is. That's US dollar coin over US dollar. So they're both one. So that's why they're exactly the same. Nope. It's a but. Now this is one where you have to choose. Like, do I think this is going to keep going up like crazy? Is it going to go up to like 200? Then maybe this is a good spot. But you did not get it on the day that it came out of the cloud. Right here would have been the day to buy it. See that? If you're watching it every day, then you would have got on your computer at night. You would have went through this scan. You would have found Tuesday, the 27th of June. And so far, if say you put $100 in, you'd have $156. If you put $1,000 in, you'd have $560. Okay. But you've missed your moment. So if you're doing real risk control, you shouldn't, because you missed the day. You want to get it on the day. Okay. But if you just want to be all the ones, and then you can sell this one out when it crosses down, I've done that before too. Okay. You just be willing to lose a little bit. So compound was a yes. I would write it on a note, or in fact, even better. So let's go to our red list and we'll take all these off. This is the easiest way to do it. So this one's a red. So it goes in my red list. Yes, I want to buy that one. Okay, let's keep going. That's just a repeat of the other one, repeat of the other one. Orca, that's in a good spot. So let's put a red dot there. Next one, TUSD. That's not really a crypto. That's a stable coin. Nope. Bitcoin Cash is, but we've missed the train. We wanted to get on right here. See? Pokes above the cloud, 9-day above 26-day, trailing line above the cloud. And that would have been, so far, an 87% move. That's funny because in the stock market, they're like 7% is a great return. And then in crypto, you'll make 87% in 24 days. If you like watching paint dry, trade the stock market. I didn't understand why people were even doing that. And then I realized it's because they have so much money. They need a huge, deep market that they can invest like tens of millions of dollars in, and it won't move the market. You are not that person, more than likely. Okay. If you just want to buy an index fund and, just retire like a normal person, then do that. But we're living in very uncertain times. It's like telling someone to buy an index fund in 1929. Just buy the index fund, Now, if you bought all through 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, yeah, you're going to do pretty well in the long run. But you're going to be buying when there's blood in the streets. It's a way to do it. This is just the way I like to do it. So BCH is one. I'm going to quit talking because I want to see if I can, how long this takes me to do it. I'm at 4 minutes in. That's one. Yep. So buy that. This is not financial advice, by the way. I'm a school teacher who works at Walmart. If you take advice from me, financial advice from me, you're an idiot. But if you want to see what I do, I'm just showing you. This is a friend. That one's above. I'm just going to mark everyone that's above, even if I really wouldn't buy this because it's not out. I mean, I would have bought it right here. Or right here. No, maybe it was right here. That would have been decent. 21% return so far. Nope. We've already marked Bitcoin Cash. This is showing me all the exchanges. It's still showing me Kraken and stuff. So that's why it's taken so long. Let's just switch it down to Coinbase. There we go. Yeah, now we're down to 185. That'll be much quicker. Let's find our last red one we linked on. Let's do it. We'll start right here. Nope. That's one you would have lost money on. And it went back down. You would have sold. You're supposed to sell right there. So you would have lost 12%. But it evens out. I mean, if you don't play the game, you don't win. BCH. We've already marked that one, but not on Coinbase. So we're going to mark it. And then we'll unmark this other one. So I don't know. USDT is just a stable coin. It's an alternative to the US dollar. There's that one. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. I think I already marked this on a different one. Wrapped centrifuge. I have no idea what that is. Metal. Nope. Technically, yes, Stellar Lumen. You're following Ripple. Nope. Didn't I just mark XLM? Yeah, I did. That's the USDT version. AGLD. Yep. Sounds like a gaming token of some sort. Nope. Aave is up. Yep. Nope. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, that's $1. Yeah, it's a Gemini dollar. This one, yes. But these are moving slower because we're going down the ADX. So for me, if I only have a set number of dollars, I start with the ones moving the fastest. But usually, I mean, the ones that'll play the most are the ones that are just peaking above 25. So you can start with the ones that have just went above 25. And you can set that up in your filter as well. You can type in ADX, average directional index, crosses up. You could say crosses 25, and it'll only show you those. They went down to 11 matches. So that's a way to speed up your process if you want. I just noticed that when I start doing that, I don't know, I start to miss some that are good ones. Let's see where I was at. Was Ave that the last one? No, A Gold. AGLD right there. Power. Nope. Nope. Solana is on a trip. Nope. Osmosis. It's just barely painting a cloud, but if you got $100 to burn, you could throw it at it, see what happens. That's the USDT version of Solana. Nope. See, some of these will pop out, but the trailing line won't be above. So that's wrapped Bitcoin. Nah, it's Bitcoin, but it's wrapped in Ethereum. That's what that means. Nope. 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 That's real Bitcoin. So we can take off wrapped Bitcoin because it's just Bitcoin. And we'll stick with the USD version. Let's keep them all nice and tidy. Euro versus US dollar. That's interesting. So now you can trade the crypto version of the currencies. Can't really make money in currencies without margin, and they don't offer margin on Coinbase. So DAI is a decentralized stable coin. That one, Maker, is yes. But keep in mind, you didn't make it on the pop out. So you're entering late here. Nope. See, now, some of these, when you're just learning, you're like, yes, it's above the cloud, but the trailing line is not above the cloud. And you just learn from experience. The longer you look at this, so many nights you'll come and like the trailing line will be right here. And you're like, oh, I want to buy it. And then sure enough, it'll bounce back down. I don't know why it works that way, but I usually wait for that to get above. Okay. So the cloud is the price today. I think it's 52 days in the future. That makes the cloud, so you can see the trend. It's the trend indicator. And then that's the trailing bit of the trend to see that you're fully out of that trend. Nope. 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 Yes. Price is above. You can actually well, you can't turn the price off, but when you're in one, sometimes it's helpful to turn the price off. So I don't even know how much it is. I just know I'm following my indicator. That's helpful. But when you need the price on there to see where it is. So it's above cloud, 9 above 26, 26 trailing above. Nope. 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 Uni is up. Go Uniswap. Injection. XRP. XRP just got relisted. Good for you boys. Look at that pop. 30 cents. It reappeared 205% higher at 88. CTX. Nope. 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 Yes. BitDAO. Now we're getting to ones where the ADX is below 24. So these are less likely to move quickly. But for completion's sake, RAI Reflex Index, that is a messy chart. But technically, it's a buy. Nope. Yep. Nope. Zcash. Nope. 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 Technically, yes. Technically, yes. I think we already got BitDAO on there. Yeah, that's just the USDT version. Basic attention token of Brave browser. Nope. 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 No. I've drawn some things on that before. That's Litecoin. Look at these. I drew this like years ago. Look how weirdly perfect that hits. Where did I even draw that at? Like literal years ago. I drew that somewhere right in there. And it respected that resistance line 3 or 4 years in the future. That's amazing. Support and resistance for you. Hits it exactly. Anyway, we're not buying. Are we? Yeah, I guess it is. It is a buy on the Ichimoku. Everything's above. Price above cloud. 9 above 26. 26 trailing above. It's a buy. That one's not. That one is. Nope. 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 Avalanche, my baby. Nope. 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 Filecoin, the base of Web3. I love Filecoin, but it is not a buy today. Filecoin is actually what's going to decentralize the financial internet because you can run websites on IPFS, Internet, interplanetary file network, file system. And even if they try to take down a website, it's being like ran via the equivalent of BitTorrent by tons of people that are running it to mine Filecoin. It's absolutely brilliant. Other countries are hopping on it. The US is trying to crush it. Wonder why. But it's not a buy today. I think it's got a lot of long-term potential. Just my opinion. I'm an English teacher that works at Walmart. Don't listen to me. There we go. That one's one. That's a staked ETH. I don't know what it is. Just to get through it. Nope. It's technically a yes. I have no idea what that is. That's ETH USDT. Nope. Nope. It's a lot more than there's been during the bear market because things are turning around. That's what made me want to make this video, to show people before everything goes parabolic and nobody knows what this is. That's technically a buy. Lido. Compound. We already did that one up here earlier. Oh, are we back at the top? Yep. See, we're back at the top. There we go. We got through all of them. All right, so how many we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So you can open a Coinbase account. What is that? If you had $2,600, you could put 100 in each one. You can buy USDC, and then you have your dollars in crypto, and you can change USDC quickly into any of these other tokens immediately. You need to look up like USDC versus USD. Okay. But there's no promise this peg will hold. Although if it breaks, then the whole thing is broken forever. Not forever, but some people like USDT better. It's up to you. But as long as it's in a crypto, then you can easily move it to any of the other cryptos. All right. So that's 28. I was going to show you. Where is Ivan on Tech has a cool website. Morales Money. It's another way you can use to find undervalued coins. You can see a lot of the ones that we just highlighted are also on here because they've been moving up percentage wise the most today in the last week. It's a different way to look at them. I'm still kind of trying to mess with this one and learn it, but yeah. So that's that. It took about 20 minutes to go through it. Hey, Mr. Wonderful. It's always a pleasure to see you. It took about 20 minutes to go through it. Right? So you might be telling yourself, I don't want to do that every night for 20 minutes from 7 to 7:20 at night. I don't have enough patience to do that. Okay. How long do you work at your job? Because I'll just tell you, I don't want to put dollar signs on it, but let me assure you that if you can set aside $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, and ride out a bull market in crypto, it can be life-changing money that it's hard to wrap your mind around. You know, if you play it right, you can make brain surgery money. Because this system is not set up correctly. I'll tell the kids when I'm teaching class, you know, what's the highest paid job you can think of? Brain surgeon? How much do they make? $500,000 a year? Maybe? 300,000 a year? How much did Warren Buffett make last year? Billions. So if you're living in capitalism, you got to understand how to play capitalism. And that's why I'm doing Financial Freedom Fridays, y'all. This was episode 1. And I went 22 minutes longer than I wanted to, but I gave some background there. So, yeah, I mean, you do 20 minutes at night, about as long as you take a nice hot shower. You do that every night for 5 years, 10 years in a market. Imagine if you'd done that with like Amazon and Microsoft in the 90s. I know with me, with Ethereum, I was there when Ethereum was $9. I was there. You know, let's look. Let's look at it. ETH. There it is. Let's think about what could have been. You can go back 2006. Turn the cloud off. There's 2020. Let's put the monthly on. Maybe the weekly. 2006, right there. I remember. I remember walking around the lake when this was popping. I was trying to buy as much as quickly as I could. It was going from like 10 to 50 to 100 right in here. I told you I started in December of 2016. ETH was $7. You know, you can't think about it like that. You just got to look forward. But say I saved all my lawn mowing money, right? Or a couple tax returns. $10,000 times 7. See how much ETH I would have had. Divided by 7. It'll be 1,428 ETH times 2,000. I'd have 28 mil. No, $2,857,000 today. Something to think about. And I know for me, when I made money doing it, I didn't do it with it last time, but I realized I needed to deal with my guilt. And the guilt I had from making this money was I felt like I wasn't doing everything I could to share with other people what I had done. And so part of me doing these Financial Freedom Fridays is the next time this happens, that's with Avalanche. Why I was like, if it's the next Ethereum, I don't want to miss it when it's $15 and then it goes to 2,000. It's already went up to like 150 before, something like that. It's back down to 15. But I want to share this with as many people as possible. So, you know, I don't feel like it's just me, because I want as many working class people to rise and do work that they want to do and not have to as possible. So, with that in mind, and with God's blessing, this will be a blessing to your life. Once again, I don't know why they all say this is not financial advice. Like you're going to sue me and take me to court for financial advice. I don't know what I would give you, man. Not a whole lot. But maybe one day. I don't know. We'll see. At that point, hopefully you'd want to give me a hug and a pat on the back and not a summons. So, but yeah, I don't know why they all say that. They all do, though. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an English teacher that works at Walmart that likes to trade crypto at night. For the big dream. The big dream. If you appreciate this content, there's a couple different ways you can help me out. I am the Minister of Propaganda at buymeacoffee.com. And some people like Patreon better. God bless them. Creating propaganda for the working class revolution. Your favorite socialist stock trader. There you go. Pray for the families of Julian Assange and Gonzalo Lira tonight. May they both be safe and free soon. I ask this in your holy and precious name, Jesus Christ. Amen. And go get that paper, y'all. Peace.